For commuters' convenience, the greater the diversity, the better it is. But of course, the right protection must be there for everyone. At the end of it all, it is the poor taxi driver we are talking about. I pity them. As usual, they are the poor slaves working for a big company where the guy at the top is earning plenty of money and the poor taxi driver is no better than the poor horse that's moving around carrying passengers. Taxi companies should ask themselves these few questions. 1. Why is taxi rental so expensive? Why must they rent a taxi on a long-term basis? Why can't the taxi be rented out in such a way that the person who is free can go there, book a taxi, drive for a minimum number of hours and return the taxi? Why can't this taxi be used 24/7 if we allow taxis to be rented for a certain number of hours? Then there will not be this change of shift nonsense where people cannot find taxis simply because they are hiding somewhere to get the extra surcharge. Then, why don't we make taxi fares standard for everybody at any time of the day? So the guy who drives a taxi late at night should be given a discount in taxi rental so that he's able to make a living driving at that hour of the night, and the commuter should not be punished just because he's going out at night. Because there are people who need to go to work at night and there are no trains running, there are no buses running, so they need to take a taxi. So these people who work at night should not be doubly punished. And a taxi driver who works at night should also not be doubly punished. In fact, we should appreciate the fact that they work at that hour, because how many of us really want to work at that hour? But the greatest question taxi drivers should ask themselves is this: what do their management do? The guy at the top who's paid millions, he probably has never driven a taxi in his life too. He probably doesn't use a taxi. In fact, I'm sure he's given a driver to drive him around to work and to go home, right? And how many of these management people are there around who are some like the chosen people, right, who are able to sit in beautiful, air-conditioned, expensive buildings, and actually what is their contribution to the taxi service in Singapore? I think we should seriously look at that area first. You know, the poor taxi driver is working like a prostitute, and these people are just sitting there like pimps. Your views are very welcome. Tell me about it at happytv.com/gentlewarrior. Hit the subscribe button and I will love you forever.